Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 Kia Carnival. This is the hybrid SX Prestige. So this is the top trim level. It's finished off in ceramic silver and the MSRP is just over $54,000. We have a lot to go over for this top spec, and we'll start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, you will find the 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. This is paired to that hybrid system along with a 6-speed automatic, and it pumps out 242 horsepower, 271 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent to the front wheels, propelling this 4,800 pound minivan from 0 to 60 in 7.8 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 34 in the city, 31 out on the highway. Now, as far as the 25-year model goes, there have been some slight updates for the exterior, including the headlight design. Grille is a little bit different, but this has a really nice set of LEDs up front with that massive turn signal and DRL, along with the headlights and high beams. There's also the Kia badge finished off in black. There's a forward-facing camera, a dark gray surround for that entire grille. There's parking sensors, the sensor for the distance pacing, even integrated fog lights. More cutouts in that lower section too, and then some nice lines that run down the hood, just giving it a very stylish front end. Now, this Prestige also has a set of gloss black wheels with a good design to them. There's two-tone design for the power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal. There's roof racks up top. There's also two sunroofs, so you get one for your front seat passengers and one for your middle row passengers, which is great to see. There's also more of the gray trim in the lower section, and there's this texturized pattern just behind the second row seats. So you can actually feel the textures in that trim accent, and it wraps all the way to the rear of the vehicle. Now up top, this also has a two-tone design for the spoiler. There's a third brake light. This camera is for the digital rear view mirror. There's the wiper blade up top. There's your normal backup camera, LED lights. There's all the parking sensors, more trim. And then this can tow right around 2,500 pounds. So if you had to add a small trailer to this, you could definitely do that. Now you can also use the button on the key fob or that control underneath to open up the power lift gate, where you have a lot of space. With this being a 3-row, look at all of this space you have behind the third row. So you can have this pack full of people and still put in quite a lot of items. Now, it's very easy to fold the third row. They are manual, so simply just pull on this handle and then you can fold them into the ground there basically, and you have a fairly flat surface there going to the second row. Simply pull on that handle again, grab this strap, and then you can put the seats back into their position there. So really quick and easy to do that. Now, as we work our way to the back seating area, you can push this button here. You can actually use a button on the key fob to open and close it. You'll use that control to close the door as well, or simply just pull on the handle. And then there's also another control right here. So you can push on that button, or you can grab this handle here. Lots of ways to open and close these doors. When you pull this up, we have that adjustable sunshade. There's also the window control, so you can put that up and down. You get a little bit of storage down below. And then at 5'10", I have a lot of space. There's also storage pockets. You have your cup holders. You have some auxiliary storage down below. You can actually move these seats forwards and backwards as well. So you have a lot of versatility. Right in the middle, you can move this seat even forwards and back. And then you can even fold this down where you get cup holders, a little bit of space, and this large bin or tray right there. And then you also have climates for the back. They're over on the passenger side, so you have fan speed, temperature, where you'd like the air to go. And then here is the sunroof with the manual adjusting sunshade, and then you have power for that sunroof. Now, as we work our way into the third row, all you need to do is grab this tab here and you can slide that seat forwards. At 5'10", that gives me enough space to hop into the back where I could ride around here comfortably. We have some auxiliaries, cup holders, and storage. There's also this adjustable sunshade. You do have vents in the back here, and then they do recline. So honestly, at my height, I could be fine and comfortable in the back, which is great to see, especially for a people hauler like this. Now, when you slide this seat back, you can also pull on this other control and fold these seats flat too. So that way you can almost have a flat surface when that third row is all the way down too. And then I'll just pull on that handle, and that is how it will close. Now, as we work our way up front, there's memory seating adjustments, your window controls, mirror adjustments, more storage in that lower section there, and then there's power operations for the front seats. Now, you also have these adjustments here for the passenger seat. So you can reach those from in back if you need to make some adjustments. This has a leather steering wheel with paddle shifters. On this left side, there's Bluetooth and voice commands. You have volume and tuning. There's even a favorites button as well. So you can set that up depending on what you use the most. On the right side, there's distance pacing, steering assist, cruise control settings, and then a few adjustments you can go through for the digital gauge cluster. So you can go through all this information depending on what you would like to see. Now there's traction control, even a tow and haul mode, dimmer switches for the gauges there, one air vent. We have the head-up display, shows miles per hour speed limit sign. And then as we work our way to the rest of the infotainment system, you have quite a lot that you can go through. There's also passenger view. There is a camera in the headrest or the headliner. That way you can see the third row there from the front without turning your head around. There's also controls in this lower section. So you can quickly get through all of this, just depending on what you need to see. And you can adjust this entire screen. Simply push on the fan control there, and now we have temperature dials, fan speed, where you like the air to go, some recircs. We can quickly get back into volume and power now, as well as tuning. So a really nice use of space. There's auxiliaries down below, wireless charging and storage, 2 cup holders. Just twist this dial to the left. That is how we can get into the backup camera along with the 360 view. So you have no shortage of visibility. Simply turn that dial to the right and we can pull up the forward-facing camera now and the rest of those angles. Park is going to be located right in the middle. Now there's the e-brake, auto hold, 3 different driving modes. There's Eco, Sport, and Smart. The gauge cluster will change slightly for those modes. This gets heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, parking sensors, and then there's a shortcut to the camera system. You have storage in the middle here, as well as storage in the glove box. And then up top, there's the garage door buttons, as well as that digital rear view mirror. So you have settings on that right side to go through that. There's also the adjustments for the rear doors. So you can open them another way from up front. You have the lift gate, as well as being able to turn off all of the power to the doors, so they are manual. And then you have the 2 controls for both sunroofs. And then here's a look at visibility. You have a lot of glass. So for the length of this vehicle, it's easy to see even without that camera system. So we're in sport mode from 2nd gear. Here we go. And we are up to speed. Not the quickest vehicle, but I'm impressed with its get up. We definitely have plenty of power to get up and merge, especially in highway situations like this. Now, like I said, I have been driving this for a few days, so I have been doing a combination of city and highway driving, but we don't do too many reviews out on the highway. So you can see what it's like as far as, hopefully you can tell there's no wind noise, but it's a very comfortable vehicle to drive. You could really rack up the miles on this. We still have 514 miles on the range. When I got this a few days ago, it was around 560 to 570, and it still hasn't come off of the full line there. So you have a very, very fuel efficient vehicle. You could probably, depending on your driving style and how often or far you're driving, you could probably go a week and a half or 2 without having to fill up, maybe even longer. For me, it would probably be much longer with the driving commutes that I have, but pretty impressive to see that. And it's just an overall really nice vehicle to drive and be behind the wheel. Now, as far as the regen braking goes, I still have it on level 3. So when I let off the brake, we do slow down quite a bit versus just cruising on the level 1 there. So you are going to get more regenerative braking from the highway speeds versus around the city, but it's still helpful no matter what driving that you are doing. I really don't have any complaints with it. We have added visibility there, which is nice. We have the 360 or the digital rear view mirror there too. So it's really easy to drive. It is a long vehicle. Being a minivan, it is stretched fairly long, but it's very maneuverable. It's easy to park. I really don't have any complaints with it. If you're just looking for a people hauler and you want that added space, even being able to take the seats out, you could pack in a lot of items if you're moving or something like that. So you are getting a well-rounded vehicle for just putting anything in here that you want. And it really makes for a great daily driver, something that's super comfortable and gives you everything that you need. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 Kia Carnival Hybrid. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.